Alright guys, so today for sentence of the day, this week it's going to look a little bit different because we're going to add something. What we're going to do is focus on a grammar or a phonics teak. We do these in both of them. In phonics it would be being able to add ed based off of the sound of the word and knowing that that belongs at the end of the word. However, in grammar, it is being able to write the word with the correct ending. And so the teaks would look a little bit differently, but we're going to focus on the ending ed this week, okay? So ed being added at the end of the word. Now, when ed is added at the end of a word, it changes the meaning of the word, okay? Usually when you see the ending ed, what that means is that that already happened, okay? So if it's a word like laughed or played, some of the words that you'll see in sentence of the day this week, they have the ending ed. For example, yelled, laughed, jumped. Those are 3 ed words. And it changes the meaning of the word. It means that it already happened, okay? It happened in the past. Ed is not a word on its own, right? It's the ending, okay? But when you add it to the end of the word, it changes the meaning. It means that it happened in the past. Ed also has 3 different sounds, okay? Sometimes at the end of a word with ed, it will sound like t. For example, when I write the word jumped, jumped has the ending ed. However, if you say it with me, jumped. What sound do you hear at the end of jumped? To me, it sounds like my mouth is making the t sound, jumped. So do you hear that? The ed at the end of jumped sounds like t. And also we know that if someone writes this word, jumped, or if this word is seen in a sentence, it means that they already did it. Okay? They already jumped. Ed at the end of a word can also sound like d. Okay? For example, if you look at your sentence of the day word bank, you will see that there is a word, the word yelled, okay? Yelled. Yelled is an ed word. It ends with ed. But if you say the word yelled, say the word yelled with me. Yelled. Yelled. Now, if I look at this word, I see ed on the end. However, if I'm saying the word yelled, it sounds like a d. Like yelled should end with d. D. Okay? So remember, when ed is at the end of a word, sometimes it sounds like t. Sometimes it sounds like d. And the other way that it can sound when it ends with ed, it can sound like ed, ed, okay? For example, it is springtime. It's starting to get warm outside, and some of you may be planting things with your parents in a garden or maybe in your mulch. If I were to write the word planted, planted ends with ed, okay? So if I were going to read this word, I would say planted, okay? And the ending ed actually sounds like ed, okay? So remember, this week when you are looking at your words for sentence of the day, that ed added to the end of the word changes the meaning of the word. And it means that the word, or whatever action that is, or whatever the word is, the base word, that it changes the meaning of the word and makes it mean that it happened in the past, okay? Remember that ed, just like we learned earlier in the year, Okay, this is kind of a review because we've talked about this. Remember that ED can make 3 different sounds at the end of words. It can sound like t, as in jumped. It can sound like d, as in yelled. And it can also sound like ed, as in planted. Okay? Great job, guys. When you are doing or writing your sentences this week for Sentence of the Day, I want you, as you're writing these words that end with ed, I want you to say those words slowly and try to figure out which ending those words have. What does the ed sound like in that word? Does it sound like t, d, or ed? Okay? And talk about that with your family.